Hey, you guys, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well tonight. So, we are on part 2 of Founding Fathers. We're going to ask the Spirit Guides to pull in the Founding Fathers and finish up the questions that you guys had. So, we've got about 15 more questions. And then we have an idea for maybe tomorrow night for questions that you guys might want to have. If you're interested in questions on Elon Musk's soul contract, then put them in this video and I'll also post a call out on the channel. Okay. And if there is interest, then we'll do a video on that tomorrow night. I will post part 1 of the Founding Fathers here. Okay. All right. So let me say my little prayer. If you're new here, please look at the Start Here playlist on the channel. If you're kind of wondering, you want more of an introduction of what's going on here. Like, what is this all about? But you'll see an overlay, which apparently I forgot to put on last night, but you'll see an overlay for yes here and no here when they answer. Okay. But I'll say it all out too. All right, so I have a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Hey, you guys. Hello. How are you today? Nice. Can we call in the Founding Fathers again? Like we did last night? Will they be the same Founding Fathers that come in to answer our questions from last night? No. So I saw a comment. I'm going to ask my SGs this. I can't remember the real specifics, but I just saw it real quickly. So I'm asking my SGs, my spirit guides. So can you guys, somebody had mentioned that they asked their spirit guides which Founding Fathers we were speaking with last night. And I believe they said there was 3. Is that true? Oh, look at us, kindred spirits. Okay, so there were 3 Founding Fathers here answering our questions last night. Nice. All right. And tonight, how many do we have with us? Do we have 3 as well? Do we have more than 3? Do we have less than 3? So they said no. Okay, so there's 3 again. And I think you said, are they the same 3 as last night? Oh, okay. So they're rotating. All right, I'm not going to try to figure out who's here, so. All right, so I understand I did not pronounce a word last night. It doesn't surprise me, and I moved right along. So I hope I didn't disrespect anybody. It's just, if you're new here, I do have I'm dyslexic, and so I have an issue with words. So some words that I haven't seen before, and I can even practice, and it still is very, very hard for me. So, but the interesting thing is so my sister put Iroquois down. So the question here is Edgar Casey. So this is the question. So Edgar Casey described the Iroquois nation as true descendants of Atlantis. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I looked up some pronunciations. So there's different actually pronunciations. So I think you guys on the channel were thinking it was Iroquois. And I think it's Iroquois. So it depends. There's a French pronunciation. But the original name, so this is just a little history for all of us, is Haudenosaunee. Haudenosaunee. And so it's Haudenosaunee. So that's the original name, is my understanding from doing just a quick little search on that. Okay. But I will call them Iroquois because that is the French pronunciation.
Iroquois.
Iroquois. Okay. Or the Haudenosaunee. Haudenosaunee. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So let's go ahead. So can we go ahead and answer the questions with the Founding Fathers, please? Yes. Okay. And can you guys try to not do both sides? The energy. They're like, no. They said no. Oh, you little sassies. They're being sassy tonight. All right. Okay. Number one, question number one. So back to that Edgar Casey. So Edgar Casey described the Iroquois or Haudenosaunee nation as true descendants of Atlantis. Well, first of all, is that true? Okay, so they are the true descendants. So after the island broke up and the people left and went to other places in the world. So when the island broke up, did people survive the when Atlantis broke up? Yes. And the Haudenosaunee, they left. Look at me pronouncing it. Wow. So some people survived from the Haudenosaunee. They survived and went to other places in the world. Yes. Wow. Okay. So they've been here a long time. Yes. Okay. Number two, is Ronald Reagan? Well, we should call in Ronald sometime. We should do a Ronald Reagan. If you guys want to do that, let me know. Is Ronald Reagan responsible for the rise in fake news over the last 30 years? No. Is F-45 responsible for fake news? Yes. And I believe I heard that actually, that it actually started with him in like 2015 or 2016. So, what did start though? Did the Heritage Foundation kind of start prepping for where we are now with Ronald Reagan? Okay. So that's what, yeah. Okay. So with Ronald Reagan. All right. Was it a part of Ronald Reagan's sole contract to help the Heritage Foundation to be where it is today? No. Okay. All right. Was that just an unintended consequence of his presidency? Yes. Okay, that was a wide swing too. All right, number three, does the Heritage Foundation control Fox News? Oh, yes. Does the Heritage Foundation now control CNN? Yes. And in fact, Lob and I, my nephew, Lob, I think a lot of you know who he is by name. We were just talking about this. Does the Heritage Foundation also control NPR? Okay, no. Okay, good. Because we were feeling like, Lob was feeling like NPR is not being, they're saying no, 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 no. Okay, all right, well, that's good. Not yet, anyways. Oh, goodness gracious. Number four, are any of the people on the Supreme Court today a reincarnated founding father? Oh, wow. So the answer is yes. If yes, is there more than one? No. Okay, so there's one right now, one of the Supreme Court justices is a founding father. Yes. Interesting. All right, number five. Was it your intention for the country to permanently enshrine the 1789 Constitution? Wasn't sure where they were going to go with that, but really? Okay. I don't even know. I don't even know anything about that, so I can't really ask any follow-up questions. So they're saying yes. Are you guys saying yes and no? No. So just yes. So it was your intention for the country to permanently take on the 1789 Constitution? Yes. Is that good? I'm taking it's probably not good. I don't know. I don't know what's in that. So, okay, number six. Do you think the US Constitution should be okay, so where you're at today, founding fathers here, where we're at today in the United States, do you think the US Constitution should be rewritten completely at this point? Oh, wow. Yes. So the follow-up question was, if no, would adding amendments required to protect and serve citizens in the current time be helpful? So yes, yes, and yes. So they're saying yes, rewrite it. Interesting. It needs to be, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole thing, so. All right, number 7. Would a constitutional convention help fix things? A constitutional convention? Yes. Okay. Number 8, is a standing military and the military industrial complex the source of most of our problems? No. Okay, so you're saying that the military, the standing military, the military industrial complex, is it a source of some of our problems? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. I think somebody had said, is it ever going to be possible that we can just have Department of Love? All right. Yes. Would it be possible in the 5th dimension just to have a Department of Love? That'd be sweet. All right. Number 9, are the following founders reincarnated right now? So that was the question. I'm going to go through the list that people have written down here. Can you guys answer whether these are reincarnated? Okay, is George Washington currently on Earth? Is his higher self currently on Earth? No. Is Hamilton? No. Okay. Oh, yeah. I just saw a story on this the other day. Is Andrew Jackson's higher self currently on Earth? Ah. Is Andrew Jackson currently F-45? What? They started saying no, and then, okay. So you guys, like, if you're not sure, so my understanding, I saw this documentary that Trump has like a total fascination with Andrew Jackson. And he like even had him hanging on his wall. Well, he was not a nice man, which I never knew. I never really studied the history of him until recently. So interesting. So you're saying that Donald Trump is the reincarnated, he's the same higher self as Andrew Jackson? Wow. Okay. Interesting. And his soul contract and we did 3 sessions on Trump's soul contract, you guys. So I will post them here. Well, at least the first 2 right here, because I'm already going to do the founding fathers up here. But actually, I'll post all 3 of them right there. Interesting. I'd have to go back to those videos and see what did we say he's reincarnated now. I don't know if there's going to be consistency. I don't know that we asked that question. Now remember, so our higher selves can actually come down like we can be here 2 or 3 in multiple lives in the same time, correct? Okay, so it is possible that he could be here as Andrew Jackson and the same. So since Andrew Jackson was such a not a very nice man, would you guys label him as being not a very nice man on Earth? Yes. Okay. When Andrew Jackson's higher self was planning to have another lifetime called Donald Trump, then was that higher self hoping that Donald would do better than Andrew? Yes. Okay. And how is that going? How's that going? Is it working out for that higher self? Is Donald doing better than Andrew Jackson? No. Although I think Andrew might have, well, who knows what Donald has done. Okay, so so they're about the same, would you say? Yes. Okay, interesting. Okay, is the higher self of Benjamin Franklin now reincarnated? No. But somebody wanted to know was Bernie Sanders, did we ask this last night? I can't remember. Is Bernie Sanders' soul was their soul, was Bernie Sanders' soul, higher self, also a founding father? Did we ask that last night? I can't remember. So yes. What about Thomas Jefferson? Is Thomas Jefferson currently reincarnated? Yes. Is Thomas Jefferson currently Bernie Sanders? No. Thomas Jefferson, is Joe Biden the higher self of Thomas Jefferson? No. Okay. All right, number 10. Those are the ones you guys asked about, so. Number 10, is Abigail Adams reincarnated right now? Oh, they started swinging right away. Yes. If yes, is she a political leader currently? Oh, she's not. Okay. So somebody was wondering if she is Kamala Harris. No? Hillary Clinton? No. Okay. Okay, so we had a couple personal questions that had to do with kind of this time period. So this is so spirit guides. I'm going to call in, and you guys the founding fathers, you could stay here. I didn't thank them yesterday. I should have thanked them. How rude. So yeah, if you guys could just hang out for a minute, but if you could call in the spirit guides, and you guys could answer the question too, but for JGTTX in my community. Okay, are the spirit guides here for that person? Okay. So this person wants to know, in a previous incarnation, did I help escaped slaves? What? Apparently you did. How do you know that? How do you know that? Yes, amazing. Nice job. Number 12. I think this should be your last incarnation, unless you want it to be, unless you want to come back. Of course, if we're going to the 5D, we'll all want to come back. Why not? All right, 12. Can you please call in spirit guides for Sonia or Sanya? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. They'll know who it is. So you guys see that question there? Okay, are Sonia's family descendants of Richard Stockton the 12th signer of the Declaration of Independence? Oh, wow. Yes. There you go. Very cool. All right, number 13, spirit guides for KDUB 172. Can you guys please call in the spirit guides for that person? Awesome. So the question is, I've lived in different places and always end up where the name Washington is prominent. Did I live when George Washington was alive? Cool. Yes. If yes, did we know each other? Oh, wow. Apparently you did. That's amazing, you guys. You're really tapping into stuff. Yeah, wide swings on those. Very cool. All right, number 14. Are any of the founding fathers reincarnated? So back to the founding fathers, you guys. Are any of the founding fathers reincarnated as prominent Republicans today? Yes. Are any of the founding fathers reincarnated as a MAGA? Oh, yes. They started saying no, and I was like, oh, good. But then I could tell they were shifting. So yes. Is one of those Elon Musk? Yes. Okay. So number 15, is it true that George Washington spoke with aliens or higher beings who told him of the future of America? Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, is that where they got the idea on how to do the Constitution? Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Because, it is kind of interesting up until like all this fiasco going on now. So the answer is yes. And we have one more question. Oh, that's really just a call out on Elon. So if you guys want to do, we'll talk about that in a second. But so, yeah, so I always thought it was really interesting of how smart they were back then, up until this recent debacle where we could see how there was issues that people were able to move around the Constitution, or how people started now, like freedom of speech and how they interpret it, which is not really what it was intended to. So I think there's some holes now, but I've always thought like, gosh, how did they know? How did they know even what kind of all these things to write back then when there wasn't even like a structure to learn from? So it does make sense that it was downloaded. So let me just ask that more clarification on that. So you guys say that so was it really was George Washington basically a medium? Yes. And so George could hear or do automatic writing type of thing. He could hear guides and they were guiding him on the Constitution. Okay. Okay. So yes. So that's interesting. Okay, so you guys, let me know do you want to do questions on Elon's soul contract. You don't even have to say yes or no. If you do and you have questions, just put the questions in the chat here in the comments for this video. And then we'll do an Elon Musk tomorrow. Okay? All right, well, I hope this was fun. And I think it was very interesting to talk to the founding fathers. Maybe now I'll actually thank them. So we'd like to thank you guys. And women, it depends on, how their pronouns are. I don't think they have pronouns in the spirit world, but just thank you, beings, for being here, for entertaining us and answering our questions. And we'd like to thank the spirit guides that came through for the other folks today, as well as the founding fathers that came in yesterday. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it and your energy. All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, you guys. So yes, please let me know if you have questions for Elon. Otherwise, I'll do something else tomorrow night. Okay, have a good one. See you for coffee with Karen. Bye-bye.